Have you ever been afraid to do something because it might be too hard for you? Better still, have you ever needed courage to do something really big and important? Well, maybe you haven't yet, but you might someday. In the Bible, there's a story about a little red-headed shepherd boy named David who needed lots of courage when he met Goliath. You see, the armies of Israel were fighting the Philistines. But I'm jumping ahead in the story. David was out in the fields, minding his father's sheep, trying to pass the time playing a little harp music. "It's not fair," exclaimed David to nobody in particular. "My brothers get to go fight with the armies of Israel, but I gotta stay home and watch sheep. You're too young. You're too little. I bet I'd be just as good as they are. I wish I could be the one out there fighting that battle."
David?
And David heard his father's voice calling. "I'm over here, Father."
There you are, David. I'm worried about your brothers. Why don't you bring them some of this bread fresh out of the oven and some of this delicious roasted grain and see how they're doing? I just want to know that they're okay.
"Yippee!" yelled David as he grabbed the bread and hightailed it off to the battle lines. "I'm so excited," David said. "I can't wait to see a war up close. It's gotta beat sheep watching." David ran as fast as he could, and he finally came to a hill where the armies of Israel were camped. "Have you seen my brothers? Has anybody seen my brothers?" David asked the soldiers over and over till he finally spotted them. "Hello!" cried David. "David, hello! Are we surprised to see you?" one of his brothers answered. "You didn't run into any Philistine soldiers, did you?" another brother asked. "No, I didn't see any Philistines at all." "Well, they're down there on the other side of the valley. We're glad you made it safely, little buddy. Those guys are mean." "Look, I brought you some homemade bread." "Smells delicious." Just as his brothers were about to take a bite, a giant swaggered out from the Philistine side and hollered up to the armies of Israel.
Why don't you scaredy cats pick someone out and have him come down and fight me? If he kills me, we'll be your slaves. But if I kill him, which is what'll probably happen, you'll be our slaves. Come on, put a man out there and let us fight."
When the Israelites heard this, they were scared out of their wits. But David wasn't scared. He was mad. David asked the soldiers, "Who does this giant think he is? He's defying the armies of the living God." "That's Goliath," the soldier answered him. "He's the big guy of the bad guys. He's been teasing us like that for 40 days, and it's driving us nuts."
He's huge. He's over 9 feet tall,
said another soldier.
"And did you see his armor? It's gigantic. A normal man couldn't even walk under all that armor."
Did you see his spear? It's terrifying. We've never seen a spear so big.
None of us have the guts to fight him, man, face to face. Said David to the soldiers.
"What will the man get who can kill this Goliath? The king will give him great riches.
His family won't have to pay any taxes.
And his majesty will give him his little girl's hand, and then they'll get married."
"Marry the princess? Sounds good to me."
But David's brothers overheard him talking with the soldiers, and they got mad at him. They were afraid he might try to fight Goliath himself and be killed. "What are you doing here, David? I'll bet you left your sheep in the desert and came down here to watch the battle. You better go home now."
"What did I do? I was just talking."
But someone overheard David talking and reported it to King Saul, and King Saul sent for David.
Come closer, boy. Let me have a look at you,
commanded King Saul.
What's your name?
David.
So, David, you think you can fight Goliath?
Don't anybody worry about that Goliath dude. I'll take care of him.
You can't fight the Philistine giant. You're only a little shepherd boy. Goliath has been fighting all his life. That giant would finish you off in 2 seconds.
But David answered the king and said, I am a shepherd boy, your majesty, but one time a lion came, and another time a bear came, and they carried away some of my sheep in their mouths. I chased him, grabbed him by the hair, and I killed him. The Lord who delivered me from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear will deliver me from the hand of this Philistine giant.
Maybe,
thought King Saul.
it just might be possible. Okay, David, I'll let you try to kill Goliath, and the Lord be with you.
The king put his own personal armor on David to help him get ready for the battle. He put a bronze helmet on his head, a heavy coat of shiny armor on his body, and handed David his big, threatening sword. I can hardly move in this, said David. I can't wear this stuff. I'm not used to it. Thanks for the armor, King Saul, but I think I better do things the way I'm used to. So David took off the armor, picked up his shepherd's staff, checked to see if his slingshot was still there, and walked down to the stream that ran between the two armies. I just need to find 5 smooth stones. Ah, there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm ready. David slipped the stones into the pouch of his shepherd's bag and with his slingshot in his hand, started walking toward Goliath. The armies of Israel were all lined up on one side, and the Philistines were lined up on the other to watch the fearless shepherd boy challenge the mighty giant. Look at that guy. He's got guts.
I can't believe he's gonna do it.
I sure did like that little kid.
So, we finally have a challenger, eh?
Bellowed Goliath. Goliath picked up his huge spear and started walking toward David. David kept walking toward Goliath, and they got closer and closer. But suddenly Goliath stopped.
You're just a little kid. This is an insult. I don't want to fight a little boy. I want a real fight. Do you think I'm a dog you can chase with a stick? Send out a real man and do it right now. Come here, you little twit burger. I'll give your flesh to the birds of the air and the beasts of the field. You're so little, they won't even be able to make a meal out of you.
David just looked up at that big giant and said with cool confidence and courage, You come against me with a sword and a spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, who you have defied. Today, the Lord will give you to me. I'll strike you down, and the birds of the air and the beasts of the field will eat you for dinner. Then the whole world will know that there is a God in Israel.
You mosquito! You think you can kill me?
Goliath was really mad now, and he moved close to attack. David ran quickly toward Goliath, reached into his bag, and took out one of the smooth stones and shot it from his slingshot. And the stone bonked Goliath's forehead, and the giant fell face first to the ground. Hoop-dee-doo! David was triumphant. He killed that mighty giant with his slingshot. The armies of Israel cheered. When the Philistines saw what happened to Goliath, They tried to skedaddle out of there, but the armies of Israel chased them down and won the battle lickety-split. Praise the Lord! Now, if you ever have to fight a giant, or if you ever have to have courage to do something that's just as hard as fighting a giant, what are you gonna do? That's right, you're gonna trust the Lord, just like David, the little shepherd boy. Hey, I'll bet when David was getting ready to fight, he probably sang a song like this. Come on, sing it with me.